Welcome to this video. Okay, a Nimzo maybe? A Bogo? No, got a Nimzo against lionfigueredo from Mexico. Yep, from Mexico. Yeah, do I get the Hübner variation again? No, he's transposing to a Saemisch. E4 98, a key move. The absolute main line of this opening. Black is targeting c4. E5 in exactly this moment. Yeah, that's a possibility. I can go knight a5 here, then he can play d5. Oh, I really have forgotten how this is played. D6, there's also D6 sometimes. I really don't know. I have forgotten how it is exactly played. Knight a5, d5, d6 is also possible. e5 is somewhat rare. They normally go knight g3, for example. Okay, now I was constantly looking for this tactical trick. There is a tactic here, and this is exactly the tactic here. Exactly, this bishop d3 and then de5. Yeah, I was trying to remember why this exact move order was a problem. Yeah, I have looked at this for the book. This is a game between Dutch Grandmaster Jan Werle and Magnus Carlsen. Carlsen playing black, and he won this pawn in this fashion. Yeah, okay. It took me a while, but I remembered it. Yeah, because here I have even e4. Just a moment though. He's not threatening anything yet. Yeah, still. Come on, let's play e4. Yeah, it's clear that white has this long diagonal now, but the big point of black's play is that a later knight to d6 will win the c4 pawn. Directly, or I guess so. C4 is not it's not possible to save the pawn. Yeah, I see, but okay, I really want to make sure that I get the bishop on b2.
Resigns.
Yeah, that's early, but the position is really falling apart. It took me a while. I was a bit irritated by the move order. I can use this game to give a brief overview of this opening. It's a pretty short game anyway. Yeah, after e4, black is forced to play knight d8. This is by far the best move. The problem is that if you don't do it, there is bishop g5 coming, setting up a very awkward pin that you cannot really break with black. You simply don't have the dark squared bishop anymore on e7 or anywhere to break the pin, so you need to avoid this with knight d8. Castles, bishop a6, of course, targeting the main weakness in white's camp, f4 and f5. This is an additional point of the move knight to e8. What black wants to do, he wants to set up these blockades, pawn on f5 and on c5, to make sure that both the c1 bishop is biting on granite and the d3 bishop is biting on granite. This means that white absolutely must act quickly. He cannot in any way yeah, play any slow moves. You need to be really quick now with your play. What I actually think white should do is to quickly open the center and play something like this, or maybe insert knight g3. And this type of position is what white should try to play. Here white has some chances. Yeah, chances are, for example, if he goes something like this, there is this idea.
Check.
Getting a piece back, leading to a sharp tactical fight with about equal chances. This is also okay for black, no worries. What white also can try, he can try the move d5. That's also interesting. The idea here is that after d5, knight a5, you play e5. This is somewhat similar to the game, but only somewhat. There is one difference. Here the problem is, if black tries to now grab a pawn, there is the move d6. And this is a very interesting piece configuration or pawn configuration. These pawns make sure that the knight on e8 is never moving anywhere. c7 is covered. You can play something like this. Yeah, something like this, let's say, and we can go here and here, but that's it. The knight is not ever going to return to the queen side, and white has a very serious compensation for the pawn. However, black is not forced to take. Here black can also play other moves, mostly d6, which leads to a very sharp play. In the game, he started with e5 and not with d5, and the difference is exactly what was played, d6, and here probably white must do something else. d5 is not really working because of exactly what happened. This is a funny tactical trick, and basically black is better now. White only has some, yeah, he can hope for a miracle with some complicated, yeah, attempts, trying to complicate matters, but there is really, yeah, really no hope if black is playing correctly. And I think it was reasonably okay what I did. Now c4 is falling and everything is nicely coordinated. The knight on d6 has the ideal square, and yeah, white is very much weakened. He resigned early, exactly here, but there really is not much to do. If we consider knight f5, for example, I'm going to take here, takes, yeah, and this kind of position is not really much fun. Black's 2 pawns up and has the better king position. Yeah, he just played a bad move order here, but it also happened to grandmasters before, so it's yeah, kind of a hidden resource that this is actually working. I only remembered it very lately. I knew that e5 had a drawback, but it took me a while to remember. I knew that also it was this Carlsen game, but not exactly the move order right away. Alright, thanks for watching.